According to ASPCA, PETA, and the Anti-Cruelty Society, between 3 and 4 million animals each year get euthanized simply because they do not have homes. Now, I'm going to repeat the very last sentence. These animals simply get euthanized because they do not have homes. It's not because they're sick. It's not because they're in pain or suffer from a terminal illness. It's because they don't have nobody to take care of them. And sadly, this is actually being caused because of the amount of unplanned litters that are being produced in the communities. Now, I believe that if the dog or the cat is actually being spayed or neutered, I believe that this can actually decrease the amount of animals that get euthanized each year. Now, I'm pretty sure for at least the non-animal lovers that y'all probably wondering, what does it mean to get spayed? What does it mean to get neutered? Or the term euthanization mean? Now, euthanasia means that it is a painless killing of an animal. Simple as that. The animal gets killed painlessly, though. Now, this method is mainly supposed to be used for animals that are sick and unhealthy, or they're overly aggressive and there's no type of help for them. Sadly, that actually does happen. But this method is mainly used for the painless killing of those type of animals. And there's not, but however, around animal shelters that actually do euthanize animals, they only euthanize the animals because of the amount of animals that are getting brought in almost every single day in animal shelters, and they basically can't afford to even add them in there, or they have no space, no room at all. Now, spaying is the female term used to remove the ovaries and the uterus of an animal, and neutering is the male term used to remove the testicles. Now, many people see the procedure as negative, but it's really not. I have 2 dogs of my own. One is a male and one is a female, and they're both spayed. Now, many people don't believe in that method because they think that it is costly. However, like I said, I have 2 dogs, and let me tell you how much it costs for them to get spayed or neutered. It costs $0. Now, in the state of Texas, I'm only going to be claiming here, when you actually adopt an animal from a shelter, you don't go home with that animal unless they are spayed or unless they're neutered. And that is the state law in Texas, because they want to decrease the amount of animals that roam the streets. Now, y'all probably wondering what happens if I get my animal from a friend or that's already not spayed or neutered. Now, if you Google or use your computer, there's plenty, I'm going to repeat, plenty of animal shelters or animal clinics that actually do low-cost spay and neuter procedures. You're not going to find a clinic that'll be over $100. Now, also, people don't believe in the procedure because they believe that their dog or their cat is going to become unhealthy. They become fat. They become lazy. No, that is not the truth. Now, the truth is, no matter if the dog is dog or cat is spayed or neutered, or they're not, depending on the pet owner, if they're feeding these animals unhealthy food and they're not providing them as much exercise as possible, then the animal has a risk of getting fat, or they have a risk of becoming unhealthy. But in reality, if the dog is spayed or neutered, they actually have a less chance of actually catching diseases and catching cancer than a dog or a cat was to not be spayed or neutered. So in reality, if a family was to adopt an animal that was fixed, they have a less likely chance of worrying about their animal catching a disease like that or catching cancer than for a family that has a unspayed or unneutered animal. So not only that, it's less costly for the family, but it's also beneficial for the animal because they don't have to worry about getting sick. Now also, many people believe that for a male dog, they're gonna lose their manliness of the dog. That is a fact, and it makes me laugh because I thought it was kind of funny when I read that statistic. Now the truth is that, granted, there's dominance, between animals, no matter what, female, male. But the truth is that when they have that procedure done, they don't feel less. They don't have that sadness of being less of a male. They don't. because they don't look at all they feel is the procedure, you know, after recovery the procedure, and they feel a cone around their head. They don't feel down because they just lost a testicle. It's not like that. They're not like humans, and they feel extremely depressed because of a testicle being lost. So for the people that actually believe that, it's not true at all. Now, it's also beneficial for the community for an animal to get spayed or neutered, because unspayed or unknown or unneutered animals, they actually have a more likely chance to actually roaming the streets because they want to find a mate. So if you have a spayed or a neutered animal, you don't have to worry about that, because they're going to come back home, because they don't have nobody to really, or they don't have that desire to mate with anybody or to mate with any other animal. So in my opinion, like I said, spaying and neutering is very beneficial, and I believe that if you spay or neuter an animal when you adopt them, it's not only beneficial to you, it's beneficial to the animal, and it's beneficial to the community. Thank you.